G'day guys, out in the creek today. Got the pup up there. He's mucking around a little bit. I've just started to do my first pan. I haven't been out for a pan for, I don't know, a couple of months. So thought, oh, I might come in and see a little bit of work that's been done around here. Heaps of work being done all around there. So what I might do is get a few pans done, see what I can find just out behind that log over there. You can see the pan, and maybe along that wall just there. Looks like there's some nice gravels in there. So yeah, let me get stuck into it. I'll bring you out if I find anything. Alright guys, so I've had a bit of a pan, and you can probably see just in there a few really small bits right in the back there. Right there. Nothing to write home about, but what I'll do, I'll snuff that stuff up, and I'll chuck that yabby pump in nice and deep, see what else we can find. If not, I'll work my way up and I'll get into that gravel that gravel wall right there and see how I go. All right, let's do it. Alright guys, so I've been digging pretty deep just down there, just behind that log, and decided to go just over there a bit to the right, about a metre to the right, and dig a little bit shallower. I wasn't getting much deep down, so I thought maybe I'll check on the surface a little bit and see what we got. So I've come up with a few little bits just there. I've got a nice bit right there, really nice, and a couple of small bits as well. So what I might do is start working that wall along there, and we'll see how we go, I guess. I'm not expecting to get too much today, but she's a mighty fine day, and this is what I'm going to do today. So for the next, at least for the next 3-4 hours. Alrighty, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so I've got a pan there from where I said I was going to start working on that wall, which is right there in there, working all that gravel layer in there and down. Now I have come to a point where down there there's a bit of a rock, and I couldn't get the shovel down there, even though I've only got this small shovel here today. I couldn't get the shovel down there, so what I did was scraped as much as I could with the shovel, and then grabbed the yabby pump and sucked whatever I could off that bedrock that's down there. So the pan down here, I'm going to try and do it with one hand, and see how we go. I've gotten rid of most of the gravels in there, but we'll try and do this one hand and see how we go. So I'm expecting a little bit out of this. Don't know how much. There's a little bit to the side there. And boom. There you go. So that's not too bad. Couple of little bits in there. And that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bits per pan. So, and they're not small, they're not huge, but they're not small. So what I'm going to do is bloody mozzie, I'm going to work a little bit more in there, maybe the top part as well, because down below I'm not getting much, and through there I know the waters must be rushing through there, and a bloody bird's been attacked probably by a fox or something right here. But all this gravel's gathered up here, and I'm thinking the gold could have dropped off past this log here, and I wasn't getting much in there. So working inside this side wall here, I should get a little bit more and work my way all the way up here. Anyways, we'll see how we go. I'll do another pan, I'll snuff that up, and we'll get back into it. Alrighty, let's do it. Alrighty guys, I've got one little bit right there. So what I might do is I'll just keep moving right and work that gravel wall. I won't work any more off that bedrock down below, so I'm not getting much more out of there. So I'll just continue working across and into that wall. So we'll see how we go. Alrighty guys, so I've done a few pans and I reckon I've probably found a nice little amount, not too much, but I did want to. What do you got there? Look at him, he's getting in something. Wait, get out, go on. Don't know what it is, could be anything, bloody snake or some shit. Then he's in trouble. Wait, get out, go on, come here. So I brought the trusty detector because I want to have a little bit of a swing around here as well. Don't know, you know, what I could find out here, but you know, I've come down here and I've seen a fair bit of work done around here, which isn't too bad actually. Like this isn't too bad. I think, you know, the amount of rocks that have been flung around and all that kind of stuff is not too bad. Those rocks over there, probably a bit of a different story. You kind of don't want to smash into it too much. There's a bit done just down there, down at my feet. I don't know, I guess I'm not really into it, you know. Some people don't mind, you know, getting these rocks out and leveraging them out and smashing to bits and seeing what they can find under it, but from my experience, I don't usually find much because a lot of this stuff is alluvial, so unless it really gets trapped really deep in these, under these rocks, I'll crevice them, but I won't actually break them apart, because you don't actually find much. You can see just down here, you know, someone's come here and they've smashed the big rocks out, and they haven't actually even cleaned out that crevice properly. You can still see there's some clay in there, and there's clay stuck to the wall of that rock. And if you're going to do that kind of stuff, you're going to want to clean it up pretty nicely, but it hasn't been cleaned well at all, especially in there, you know. That's where the gold's going to settle, and obviously it's not going to penetrate all the way through that clay, but I find doing that kind of gold prospecting is actually more work than it's worth. You know, I prefer to just work my way down certain areas, and to each their own. Like, not everyone's going to want to do the same thing. Everyone's going to have their own system to looking for gold, but yeah, it doesn't sit right with me when you start wrecking the creek. Like, you know, you got rocks all the way through here, and you know, when you want to come out and you want to do minimal damage and get maximum gain out of it, you probably best just kind of working the alluvial stuff, which is basically going to be sitting on top of it anyway. Maybe do a little bit of crevicing, and that doesn't hurt. But when you really start bringing out the big crowbars and you start smashing up this rock and all that kind of stuff, it's, you know, you're doing it for minimal gain. You're not really getting much out of it. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know, some of you blokes, maybe even watching this, you probably do it yourself. I don't know. Maybe you tell me in the comments. Tell me if you get any good gold. But I don't think unless it's being unless you're in an area where, you know, it hasn't travelled far and all that kind of stuff. But most of the gold I find in these creeks are pretty well travelled. So, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, to each his own. I'm not going to hang shit on people. So, but still, you know, you'll kind of respect Mother Nature a bit, and you know, this is the reason why we come out. If you look around, there's no one around, and it's just absolutely beautiful day. Like, look at that. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. Not a person in sight. Just me and old Muttley Gus over here, who's having a bit of a wander. Like, here's another area here. You know, all this, you can see the rocks being smashed off, and I don't know, maybe they get a lot of gold out of it. I don't see the point in it. I don't see the point. And then you come here and the water turns into a really rich, murky, kind of a bluish grey colour from the clay, and you know, I don't think much survives in that kind of water. You know, a little bit of mud from your pan, from what I'm doing over there, I don't think that's much of a problem. Like, that happens with the floods. But you know, just don't pick up this kind of these kind of rocks and then distribute that blue clay all the way through. And sometimes I've seen this creek looking pretty much worse for wear. Really don't think much survives in the water when we do that. So it'll cut out a lot of oxygen. Anyway, there's my rant. Like I said, not going to hang too much shit anyway, people that do it. But it's Mother Nature. I don't know. Might make you an arsehole. Don't know. Anyways, alright. Have a goodie. I'm going to get back to it over here and see how I go. guys, so I've smashed out a few more pans, and I'm about to call it quits. So what I might do is I'll place you guys right here. Alright, so as I was saying, smashed out a few more pans. I'm gonna, well, shake this up a little bit so it looks like it's and I've got a bit of gold there. I've got a fair bit of gold. Oh, not a fair bit of gold. I've got a little bit of gold, you know, not much. Nothing, like I said before, nothing to write home about. But I've got a bit there, so I might just chuck it in the pan. We'll see it here. Alright, and we'll have a look. See how well we did today. Alright, there you go. Bit of black sand, bit of gold, nothing too spectacular. Although, you know, not even enough to buy a quarter of a coffee. I doubt it anyway. So, but you know what? I'm not out here to smash this place out and find as much gold as I can, although I'd love to find as much gold as I can. It's not all about that. It's more about getting out and having a bit of peace and quiet away from the hustle and bustle. So, I mean, I still work full time, and you know, this is something, it's my meditation, you know, I like it. It's nice to get out here. So, anyway guys, this is it. This will be a short video. I don't know, I think it turned out to be more of a whinging video, panning and whinging. So, yeah. Anyways, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, drop me a comment, say hello. Like I said in all the other videos, I love to have a yarn. I love to say g'day. I like to meet other people, especially people that like doing this kind of thing, or going metal detecting, panning, looking for gold, looking for coins, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you like the same stuff, you know, subscribe, and hope you like the video. So.